If you ask most dentists and ask them what they're putting in the water, most dentists would say sodium fluoride, pharmaceutical sodium fluoride, the same stuff that is in toothpaste.
They have absolutely no idea that it's, in 9 out of 10 cases, hydrofluorosilicic acid, and that hydrofluorosilicic acid is a waste product for the phosphate industry.
This has come about because for maybe 100 years, the phosphate fertilizer industry put out two very, very poisonous gases into the environment, hydrogen fluoride and silicon tetrafluoride. Eventually they were required to capture those, and they did it with a wet spray, water, and that water converts these two very toxic gases into hexafluorosilicic acid. And it's this scrubbing liquor, which is about 25% strong, is put into tanker trucks, driven around the country, and added to our drinking water.
If this stuff goes out the stack, it's an air pollutant. If it goes directly into the water supply, if they would take that scrubber liquor and dump it into the local river, it's a water pollutant. But if they put it into a tank wagon and sell it to somebody, a water authority, like magic, it's not a pollutant, and they can take that then to your drinking water supply, not discharge it into your river. They discharge it directly into your drinking water supply, slowly bleed it in, and as magic, it's no longer a toxic pollutant. It's now what's called a product.
It's never purified. It's not a pharmaceutical grade compound. It's a mixture of whatever that collects in the stack gases. And it contains lots of contaminants, a lot of heavy metals.
When you're talking about adding fluoride to drinking water, you're not just talking about adding fluoridation chemicals. You're talking about adding all of the industrial waste byproducts that come along with it. In Oregon, where we've got 135 communities that already exceed the drinking water standards for arsenic, the idea of adding any more arsenic to drinking water, even if it's a small amount, just doesn't make a lot of sense. I find very few people who actually, with an open mind, read through the science, understand the significance of the questions and what the direction that all the new science is pointing in terms of the risks of fluoride, who still go on to say we ought to force it into everybody's drinking water.
This is a little tube of toothpaste that my dentist was giving out for kids, cavity protection, and it's got the fluoride in it, which isn't supposed to be for children under 2 years, but just a note on that, if you go to your local Walmart, they have infant water with an infant on the front, toothless, that says fluoride added. Why? I have no idea, so why would anyone buy that? But anyway, on the back here, the active ingredient is sodium fluoride, and it says, warning, keep out of the reach of children under 6 years of age. If more than used for brushing, why did they write it like this? Okay. If more than used for brushing is accidentally swallowed, get medical help or contact a poison control center right away. So if you ingest more than the pea-sized amount, I know in commercials they show people like put this on their toothpaste, they put like a whole tube of it on their toothbrush to brush. You're not actually supposed to do that. It's a pea-sized amount of this if you use this. But it says on the back of here, if you use more than you're supposed to, basically, and you swallow that, you're supposed to get medical help right away. You're supposed to contact your poison control center. So they obviously think it's bad enough that you're not supposed to swallow this. And it even says on here, directions, do not swallow. To minimize swallowing, use a pea-sized amount in children under 6. And you're supposed to supervise your child when they use this, because you're not supposed to have that much. So, okay, so how come this is okay, right? But 8 glasses of this, which you're told to drink every day if you have municipal water, is fine? What is the logic of that? I'm curious. Because municipal water, honestly, if it's got all, they put other stuff in it to clean it and everything else, and then on top of that, they're medicating us with fluoride. It's a chemical soup. What's coming out of your tap water, if you live in a place where you get fluoridated water, is a chemical soup, to quote one of my friends. Anyway, so, and if you look at it from that standpoint, it's crazy. Why are we drinking this stuff? And on top of that, you know, they put it in the water because it's supposed to help you with your cavities, right? Well, if you go and look up some information on cavities and where they're formed, it's usually deep within pits in your teeth. Okay, so I'm gonna drink some water. This has been reverse osmosis purified. There is no fluoride, hopefully, or a very small amount in this water, I am hoping. Anyway, I'm gonna drink this water, okay? How long did that take for me to drink that water and swallow it? It was like half a second, maybe a whole second. Okay, how much of that time do you think that water had contact with the deep pits in my teeth, if I have any? How long did that actually have contact with that? Because I'm going to go with hardly at all. What it did have contact with is all the other parts inside my body. So why would you take a medicine for your teeth that is affecting every other part of your body when you drink it and is accumulating in your soft tissues and going to all these other places in your body and causing other issues, when it barely even does anything? I don't know anybody who takes a drink of water, right, and just swishes it around in their mouth for like 30 minutes. If you drink water like that, then you obviously have way more time than the average person. This water, you drink it, you swallow it, it's gone. So why do we need to have medicine in there that's barely making contact with the places in our teeth that is supposed to be helping? It doesn't make any sense, but I'll tell you what does make sense to me. We are being poisoned. That's the bottom line. And if you want to think about other things having to do with fluoride that'll scare you, think about the fact that the last people to fluoridate water before us was Nazi concentration camps. Hitler was fluoridating the water in the concentration camps. Now, why do you think that is? Do you think that Hitler was sitting around going, I really care about these people's teeth and I just can't wait to make sure they don't have cavities? I don't think so, okay? We all know how that war turned out, not very well, and I'm pretty sure he was not sitting over there overly concerned about people's dental health. Okay, fluoride is bad. It's bad for you. So there's a reason it's being put in the water, and it's not to help your teeth.